Please join me first of all in thanking the Rowe High School Orchestra, led by Olga de Leon, for the beautiful start to the morning. And now please stand as two students from that orchestra join us. Shanae Vidal leads us in prayer, and Victoria Villanueva leads us in the pledge.
Dear Lord, we thank you for the many blessings that you have sent our way, and the reminders that we are surrounded by people who wish us well. In our homes, in our schools, and throughout our McAllen community, we ask that you protect the men and women who fight in battlefields far from their homes, and that you bring comfort to their loved ones as they pray for their well-being. Guide them home safely. Please give us the wisdom to see your hand in the wonderful things that surround us every day and in every way. In your name, we pray.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Please be seated. And now please help me welcome Superintendent Dr. Ja Gonzales.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you all so much for being here. I know that you have busy schedules. I know that you have a lot going on in your businesses. So for you all to be here means the world to us. So on behalf of McAllen ISD and our Board of Trustees, let's give our business leaders and the community business owners a round of applause. I do want to take this opportunity to thank a very special group of individuals that give of their time. They give much of their time away from their families to help guide and shape our district, to help ensure that our school district is running at our full potential, and that is our Board of Trustees, starting with our Board President, Mr. Tony Forina. Trustee, Mr. Marco Suarez. Our other board members are not here yet, but I do want to recognize them. Our Vice President, Mr. Larry Esparza. Board Secretary, Debbie Crane Aliceda. Trustee, Conrado Alvarado. Trustee, Sam Saldivar Jr. And Trustee, Mr. Danny Vela. Also, some City of McAllen officials that are very important to us are here with us today. We have Joaquin Zamora, Commissioner. Thank you for being here, sir. Commissioner Veronica Whitaker, thank you so much for giving of your time to be here. I see a special guest. Yesterday's McAllen Education Foundation, one of our guest speakers, Mr. Amby Tanner. Thank you, sir, for all your commitment to McAllen ISD all those years. Shaped the lives of many students. And to the McAllen Education Foundation, thank you for your commitment. Last night's gala was a success. A special thank you to the president of the McAllen Education Foundation, Ms. Annie Holland Miller. Annie, thank you so much. A special thank you to our mayor, Mayor Jim Darling, not here, but a great man that does a lot for our city and a lot for our district. So round of applause for Mayor Jim Darling. Also, our city manager, Mr. Roy Rodriguez, City Manager of the Year. We want to give him a round of applause for doing such a great job. From the Chamber of Commerce, President CEO, Mr. Steve Alenius, thank you for your commitment. And from the McAllen Economic Development Corporation, Mr. Keith Patridge. All of these people play a key role in our success. And I could go on and on thanking all of you in here, but I want to say to everybody in here that it takes a team. It takes a team to educate a child. And in McAllen, Texas, and in McAllen ISD, we have a wonderful team. We're a family. We know that great schools have great teachers, and the number one indicator of student achievement is teacher effectiveness. Let's give all of the teachers in our district a round of applause for everything that they do for our students. We also know that great schools have great leadership. I see principals in the room. These principals put their heart and soul into leading their campuses to ensure that our students are in an environment where they can prosper, where they can accomplish their dreams. Principals, please stand and be recognized. Principals, please stand and be recognized. We appreciate our principals. They put in a lot of effort, and we do the things in McAllen. We have a very sophisticated model to educating children, and our principals provide that leadership. So once again, principals, thank you. Also, a group that plays a key role in the success of our district, our executive leadership team. Executive leadership team members, please. Associate Superintendent Bridget D, Assistant Superintendents Mike Barrera, Lorena Todd, thank you all for being here. Sylvia Ibarra, there you are. Norma Zamora Guerra, right over here. Welcome, Mr. Conrado Alvarado. Let's give Ito a round of applause. Yes, I just saw him right now. Great job, guys. And a special thank you, and this is unique. I've done this a number of years. I've been to this a number of years, but for the first time, I'm always with my McAllen ISD family. I'm always with the business community in this environment, but today, a special treat. My older brother, Oscar Gonzales Jr., please stand to be recognized, brother. Thank you. My beautiful sister, Yvette Cavazos, please stand to be recognized. Thank you. Working with Sam Houston for a great cause. So this is a wonderful, wonderful event. And once again, I know that this is a season of gratitude. It's the season of Thanksgiving, and it's a season of taking time to slow down, spend time with family, and reflect on the important things in life. A lot of times we get caught up in business. We get caught up in the bottom line. But when you boil life down to its purest form, it's about relationships and it's about family. So please know that we are very, very grateful that you're here today. And now, please help me welcome our outstanding board president, Mr. Tony Furina.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. You know, the one person that we did not give a round of applause to is Dr. Ja Gonzales. How about giving him a round of applause? Now, between Dr. J, Ms. Thomas, and Big Brother Oscar, we may have half the population of the entire city of Hebronville here today. At least those that don't gnaw on the grass along the way, but we're glad you guys are here. Oscar, thanks so much. I didn't know I lifted the restraining order, but it's good to see you, sir. You know, we get the opportunity to talk about partnerships. We get the opportunity to talk about friendship. And we get the opportunity to talk about excellence. And that's what we're celebrating here today. The partnerships that we have formed along the way with our business community, with our school community, our principals, our administrators, our executive leadership team, up to Dr. Gonzales. And it's been incredible because I'm a big believer that when the school district of McAllen does well, the city of McAllen does well. When the city of McAllen does well, the region of the Rio Grande Valley does even better. And to say that we're in it for us, it's not about us. We're in it for the kids. We're in it for the over 23,000 students that attend McAllen ISD. But we look at them now as students that attend McAllen ISD, they're going to be the future. They're going to be our future doctors, our future lawyers, our future welders, our future drone flyers. And the way things are going, you don't know what occupation is going to be available tomorrow that we are starting to teach today in McAllen ISD. And we have some great leadership that is making that possible. There have been so many different ways that we've been able to work together, but we appreciate everybody being here. Last night, this country club was a gala. It was an event in which we recognized some former McAllen ISD alums as part of the McAllen Education Foundation. My first year on the board, I got the opportunity to ride with the MEF, the McAllen Education Foundation, and distribute the grants that we had for teachers. And you know, it's great when the kids, when you give a child a gift and you say, this is for you, and to see the light and to see the brightness and the smile in their face. It's even better when you get to tell a teacher, you have an idea. Your idea has merit, and here's the funding that you need to make that idea reality. And it's great, and it's because of great partnerships that we have with our business community here in McAllen that is possible. Of course, we need to have great leaders. And I know earlier, Annie Holland Miller, if you would, please stand for a second. Annie was, Annie is the driving part of the McAllen Education Foundation. And it's incredible the work that she does, and it's incredible that it's volunteer. Because she's Annie Holland Miller. She does it because she has two little ones that are coming up through McAllen ISD. They're part of that over 23,000 students that we talked about. She does it because, as she likes to say, hashtag por vida, McAllen strong. And we appreciate you, Annie. We appreciate all the work you do. The foundation has provided unwavering support for the district, and we want to thank them sincerely for that. Each year it awards innovative teaching grants to teachers across the district, and their impact over the last 20 years has been tremendous. I'd like to direct your attention to our video board for a brief look at the McAllen Education Foundation grants. What you're seeing is our annual convocation of all the teachers, and this is where McAllen Education Foundation announces their grant winners and the amount of the grant that they're going to receive and what the grant is in its actuality and how the impact it will have on the students of our McAllen ISD.
Our next winner is Miguel Herrera of Jackson Elementary. Students from kinder to 5th will create hands-on projects in a 2-week academy centered on STEAM subjects. Monica Rios, Carrie Ramirez, and Monica Ditto of Perez Elementary. Students in kinder through 5th will read a novel series and convert their journals into newspaper.
It's a special
article
moment for
format,
teachers,
including artwork.
hearing their names called
They will
out
even write
and receiving a
letters to
grant from the
actual
McAllen
authors.
Education Foundation. This means they will be able to produce a dream lesson for their students. It means enriching the educational experience and giving children an avenue to explore, discover, and create. It's a mission the McAllen Education Foundation took close to heart more than 20 years ago. In that time, it has awarded 345 grants and benefited nearly 50,000 children. In the last 2 years alone, the foundation has awarded 34 grants while benefiting more than 5,000 students. Here is a quick look at just some of these unique lessons.
Hi, I'm Emmy Gutierrez, and I'm here for Sports Minute. 3, 2, 1. Hi, I'm Usman 2, and this is BMS Extra. Wait. What happened? Yep. Oh!
Sylvia, please explain to them.
But not a turtle could love me. Now,
While she's drawing, you can start making your comments.
11, 12, 13, 14.
Think about real life.
Who wants to capture with the bishop? So bishop captures now. Now, I would like
about a round of applause for the McAllen Education Foundation? We all like to see numbers. So in the last 3 years, they've contributed $275,000 in grants, professional development, and student scholarships. Since 2016, the foundation has worked together with the district, the City of McAllen, the Chamber, and McAllen Economic Development Council to create McTalks, a distinguished speaker series that's based on the 3 honorees that the foundation selects for a special spotlight at its annual gala. The foundation was very intentional in selecting the individuals for this year's because of attention to fine arts. The past 5 years in a row, McAllen has been selected as a best music education community, one of the best in the nation. How about a round of applause for that? As Dr. Gonzales pointed out earlier, we're very fortunate and very honored to have one of our honorees, Mr. Amby Tanner, that is joining us here today. And I'd like to draw your attention again to the video board for a look at the life of Mr. Amby Tanner.
Amby Tanner began his teaching career in McAllen in 1977. 32 years later, he retired with a phenomenal legacy, having impacted the lives of thousands of students. He first taught at what was then known as Lamar Junior High. He moved on to Nikki Rowe in 1990. At Rowe, more than 250 students a year took part in choir, which included 6 performing ensembles and the show choir Razzmatazz. He was named the district's secondary teacher of the year in 2002 and later became the regional teacher of the year. He also served as the music director at the First Methodist Church in McAllen. Following his retirement, both the Texas House of Representatives and State Senate passed resolutions honoring him for his work. He continues to teach part-time and conduct workshops for schools and universities.
How about a round of applause for Amby Tanner? We also had the opportunity to recognize Raul Castillo, distinguished for inspiring us all through the power of theater and the imagination of movies. If Raul is here, I'm going to ask you to please stand. I don't see anybody moving rather quickly. So, let me direct your attention to the video board one more time for a presentation on Mr. Raul Castillo.
Raul Castillo was born to act, an actor on stage, screen, and television. He is most recognized for his portrayal of Richie on the HBO series Looking. His portrayal earned him awards for the Best Comedic Actor and one from the National Association of Latino Independent Producers. Last year, he starred in a Netflix film called Special Correspondence, a comedy written and directed by Ricky Gervais. He is also filming a recurring role in the CW's Riverdale, based on Archie's comics. He has enjoyed guest appearances on 4 TV shows and appeared in multiple films since his debut in 2007. Raul is also a playwright, having authored several plays. He graduated from McAllen High in 1995 and studied theater at Boston University's School of Fine Arts. He was recently included in Variety magazine's 10 Latinos to Watch list and has completed work on 3 independent films.
A round of applause for Raul Castillo, please. So we've done music, we've done the stage. Let's talk about creating. And for that, we recognize Kirk Clark, distinguished for creating stirring works of art, featured in shows across the Rio Grande Valley, across the state of Texas, across the United States, and across the globe. Ladies and gentlemen, to the video board for Mr. Kirk Clark.
Kirk Clark was born to a family committed to the arts. His mom and dad, both enthusiastic artists, collected as well as created. In fact, they helped found the International Museum of Art and Science in the mid-1960s. At the age of 10, Kirk completed his first painting. It won Best of Show at the Mission Citrus Fiesta Art Show that year. As his lifelong love for art began to soar, he graduated from McAllen High School and went on to study at the University of New Mexico, where he majored in sculpture and drawing. Since then, his career has drawn him to art shows across the United States, Mexico, and Europe. He has been a car dealer since 1976, but art remains his true passion. Both he and his wife Jerry continue to support public art and believe strongly in the importance of educational experiences for children in the Rio Grande Valley.
Round of applause for Kirk Clark. We want to thank those 3 gentlemen for adding their own special art to the legacy of McAllen ISD. On another note, switching gears, at this time last year, we were in the middle of something called our strategic planning session. Normally when somebody does a strategic plan, it's the person in charge, and he'll have 5 or 6 people around that share the idea and say, these are the goals that we want to lay out, let's go accomplish them. And that strategic plan is normally folded, put on a bookshelf somewhere, and then when you need it down the road because somebody's getting evaluated, you say, look, we're following the strategic plan. That's not what we did at McAllen ISD. We put together a comprehensive program. We gathered close to 2,000 different parents, teachers, administrators, students, and we talked to them about what they wanted to see from McAllen ISD. And I'll direct your attention back to the video board for a look at our strategic plan.
Hey, have you heard about McAllen ISD's strategic plan? More than 2,000 people from throughout our school community gave input. Students, parents, teachers, and other employees, and business and community leaders. About 25 of them made up the design team that developed strategies and created specific action steps. They asked the district to complete some of those in year 1 and others in year 2. The district added the 4 goals developed by the board, provided printed copies to every school, created a web page to spotlight the plan, reported the work throughout the year, and even added the strategies and goals to the superintendent's evaluation. We're proud to report that McAllen ISD completed all strategies and action steps within the first year, including those that had been set aside for year 2. We added performance metrics to give specifics on every single item. In June 2017, members of the design team were invited back to hear the district's report and to answer any questions they might have. The day ended with their enthusiastic support, and the posted version was updated to include the performance metrics. In this way, McAllen ISD has made its work known to the greater public, while also honoring the many people who gave voice, together creating a living, ever-evolving strategic plan.
Now, our strategic plan is available to you today. If you'd like a bound copy, we have it set up that you can take it home. That is our way of showing you what our plans are for McAllen ISD, and you can hold us accountable. If you decide this is a goal that's not being met, then you know what you have to do. But when you read that strategic plan and you see the outline that we have for McAllen ISD, together with partnerships with our business community, with our city, and with regional partners, we are going to elevate this to the next level. So we invite you to pick up a copy of the strategic plan. One copy of the book in its entirety has been placed on every table for those of you who may be interested in the full version. Lastly, ladies and gentlemen, it can be said many ways. Gracias in Spanish, grazie in Italian. Most importantly, thank you. We thank you for your partnership. We thank you for your trust. And we thank you for your involvement in our school district, with our children, and with developing the future. Now to talk to us a little bit more about the educational plans, I want to invite back to the podium our Superintendent, Dr. Ja Gonzales.
Another round of applause for our board president, Mr. Tony Farina. Thank you, sir, for your leadership. We thanked a lot of people in the room, and we know that we all play a key role, but there's one group that we all work for, and that's our students. I know as a father, I have a 6, a 4, and a 3-year-old. So if any of you want to babysit, let me know, I pay well. But what I do when I look at my children, and I have 23,800 children that I'm responsible for at work, I can't help but say, please God, help my little ones grow up to be just like these kids that I have in McAllen ISD. And we're gonna hear from some students, and they're gonna share their stories with regard to what their dreams are, what their aspirations are. So we have representation from every high school, and they'll give you a short presentation into the view of their world so that we can all get a better understanding of why we do what we do. So with that, I invite our wonderful students up to the podium. Please make your way up here, students. Let's give our students a round of applause. Come on up. Come on up. So, as I mentioned before, having little ones, just like we're parents, uncles, aunts, grandfathers, grandmothers, we all have kids that we love. I can tell you without a doubt, in the 20 years that I've been in McAllen ISD, our teachers love our students just like if they were their own. I love our students just like if they were mine. And I can't help but look at these and say, man, I hope my kids grow up just to be like them. And after you hear them talk, you'll know why. Please give them a round of applause.
Hello, can you hear me? Yeah. Hello, my name is Patricia Lopez. I'm very honored to attend today's event. Mostly, I would like to tell you a bit about my past and then also what will happen in my future. I would like to say that majority of success does not exist without struggle, and you could say that I had struggles since I was retained in first grade. When that occurred to me, my counselor came up to me and she told me that I would be flunking first grade, as well as she said that I wouldn't really amount to much. So because of that, they sent me to several psychiatrists and such to see what was wrong with me, until one of the doctors said there was really nothing wrong with me. It was just that I needed glasses. After that, when I came back the following year, people who I thought were my friends were not really my friends, as they would ridicule me. So that really diminished my thought about school. If I wanted, what would I want to do? But eventually, at that point, I decided to do something for myself. So through elementary, middle school, nothing really much happened. But then I heard about Achieve, and I applied for the school. And once I entered, it was a blessing to me, because since I was doing dual enrollment, I was able to go to college and high school, which not many people can do at our age. So by going there, I was able to experience many things. I was able to meet college professors, students of higher age than me, and I was able to experience so much stuff that not many kids can experience. I would also like to thank my professors, my teachers from Achieve, such as Hope. They were the ones who gave foundation to what I would become, what would I want to study. And so basically, after I graduate, I would like to attend UT Austin, as I was accepted already. There, I would be mostly doing accounting. After that, another reason why I want to do that is because my parents have worked so hard for the last years for me. I would just like to thank them. That's pretty much it. And one more time, thank you, Achieve.
Hello, my name is Ramiro Cantu, and I'm a senior at Lamar Academy. I'm a filmmaker. My goal is to become a successful film director that tells stories that matter. I have done productions on PTSD, immigration, poverty, and my latest project, #Refugees Welcome, talks about Syrian refugees. This project in particular has won Best of Show at Skills USA District and State, Best PSA at the All-American High School Film Festival. It was nominated for Best Special Effects. And just last week, I just came back from Istanbul. I was a finalist for the Golden Scale, for the Golden Scale Short Film Competition at the International Crime and Punishment Film Festival in Turkey. Over there, I got a chance to talk to professors from Italy, the Netherlands, Switzerland, and I got to interview some Syrian refugees with some amazing stories. Some of them are pursuing a PhD in Istanbul University. Others have put their own bookstore. Others are general managers of really fancy restaurants over there. So I came back with a documentary of what happens when you give refugees a chance. My other goal is to become an example for other students. I want to thank my community, my school, my family, for everything that they've done for me. Can we have a round of applause for everyone, please? I remember I would be mad at first because I wouldn't get as much support from everyone. But then I came to the realization that how could I expect someone to believe in me if I didn't believe in myself? So I want to inspire other students to believe in themselves, pursue their dreams, their passions, their goals, and do what I'm doing. Just at the age of 18, I'm traveling the world, I'm making films. I even have my own day proclaimed after my name. Thank you. So I want to help other students overcome those fears and pursue their passions, and not do that when they graduate from college, not do that when they graduate from high school, not tomorrow, but today. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me the greatest honor to be able to speak to you today. A little bit about myself. I'm 18 years old, born and raised in McAllen, Texas. I'm currently a member of the National Honor Society, TR's dance team major, student ambassador for Rowe High School, McAllen Rotary Student of the Month, top 5% of my class, and I will be performing in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade in New York City. Being a part of the McAllen ISD family has given me great benefits within the growth of my education from the very beginning to where I am now. McAllen ISD gave me the confidence to accomplish things I never thought I'd be able to do. In all honesty, I do not know where I'd be if I didn't have such a strong support system like our district that really treats students and staff like family. Throughout my life, I have crossed paths with inspiring individuals who shaped me into the person I am standing in front of you today. My dance team director, Susan Thomas, is one I give much credit to. Her passion for dance and the love she shared and expressed for such a beautiful art really lit a spark into my eyes as well as my heart and pushed me to strive for more. The insatiable hunger I crave to prosper and gain knowledge about such a craft is why I am the dancer I am today. She is the wind beneath my wings and she allowed me to fly. On the subject of empowering women, my principal, Monica Kaufman, sitting over there in the back corner, is truly a unique, loving, supportive, faithful, and a significant asset to McAllen ISD. She is a strong and intelligent role model, and I just simply love her so much. I can say she's even my biggest fan. She gives me the courage to try new things, the strength to carry on when times become rough, and she cheered me on and filled me with words of wisdom when I auditioned for A&M's dance program, and the look on her face when she found out I was accepted was priceless. As a youth committed to my faith, I believe that people come into our lives for a reason, whether it is to guide us and lend a helping hand, or whether it is to show us our true strengths, and Ms. Kaufman has certainly done both for me. Lastly, a very important individual that has been there from the beginning of my life, my father, Ramon Ochoa, who is here this morning representing the Home Depot. He's right over there. Don't cry, Dad, it's okay. He may not know this, but he really has had a tremendous impact on my path to success. His work ethic, dedication, long hours at work, coming home at 5 in the morning, all these crazy hours, and more importantly, his refusal to give up. All of these aspects he possesses are because he too is a proud product of McAllen ISD. Not only has he impacted me, but he's truly an inspiration to all those around him. The rigorous and challenging coursework that McAllen ISD provides for students are what definitely prepared me for college. And because of the credibility, talent, and the endless support, I'm proud to say that I'm officially an Aggie who will major in dance science and kinesiology to become a dance scientist specializing in physical therapy for dancers. So with that said, thank you McAllen ISD for carrying me through this journey that is coming to a bittersweet end, but is only beginning to the great future you have given me. You are a true blessing to my life. Thank you so much.
Hi, good morning everyone. My name is Gianni Aysen and I'm the representative from McAllen High School. I guess you could say my story started when I was 3 years old, pretty early on, and I set foot in a dance studio. I fell in love with learning how to express myself. Oh my goodness. I truly learned what it was like to feel my emotions at such a young age. And of course, it wasn't like that for me as a young kid. It was first position, second position, third, fourth, and so on. But as I grew older, it became an outlet for me. And then after that, I started learning more about the other types of art. And I got into middle school, and I thought, you know, choir would be really fun. So I joined choir, and I fell in love with it. I was in there 3 periods a day, during my lunch periods, before school, after school. I was singing all the time, and I could not get out of the choir room. I was always there. And dance was still a huge part of my life, thanks to Melba's School of Dance, which I love dearly. So then I continued on into high school, and I decided to audition for the Allstate Choir. And I have not made it yet, but I'm further than I've ever been, thanks to Mr. Amby Tanner, who's been helping me with private vocal lessons, and it means so much. I've auditioned for the Allstate Choir, and I'm really hoping to make it this year. I'd love to pursue choral studies in college, and then dancing as well. I'm a part of the McAllen High School Mac High Steppers. So I'm an officer for the dance team. I'm the first lieutenant, and I've been an officer for the past 2 years, and that's given me a great opportunity to understand what it's like to be a leader and what it means to be on a team. Athlete, because dancers are athletes, even though that might seem controversial. It's truly just given me an outlet to express myself in ways that really just blend well together. And so through those 2 mediums, I discovered theater. And so I figured, you know, I've got these 2 things that I really, really love, and there's this other thing that kind of goes hand in hand with those things, so why not try that out? So my junior year, I auditioned my sophomore year, I auditioned for the musical. And that is when I fell in love with arts overall, because the musical gave me a chance to combine everything that I loved. It was dancing, it was singing, it was acting, it was emotion, it was telling a story. And I found out that that's what I fell in love with, because all of the things that I love to do, the common medium is that I can tell a story and I can emote, whether it's through music or through dance or theater or my faith or whatever it is that I'm doing. And McAllen ISD has given me such an amazing opportunity to do that. And through all of that, I've discovered my love for musical theater, and I've decided that it's one I want to pursue as a career. And I know that's kind of scary because, you know, it doesn't seem like the most stable. Sometimes I tell adults that I want to major in musical theater, and they'll tell me like, oh, well, are you sure you don't want to do business or something like that? That's a little more stable, but I know that it's a passion that I want to pursue, and it's something that I think I can benefit a lot of people through. I really want to make a difference, especially in the deaf community. McAllen ISD has allowed me to take sign language classes at McAllen High School, which has benefited me, and it's given me another chance to express myself in a language without words. We hope that someday I can create my own organization where I can produce musicals and plays and concerts and things to promote deaf education and to make people become more aware of the deaf community, because we do have a deaf community in McAllen, and it's very, very important to me and near and dear to my heart. So just to wrap it up, I just want to thank McAllen ISD so much for giving me a chance to be a part of those sign language classes and falling in love with the language, because I know someday I can always fall back on being an interpreter if that's what I choose to do. For McAllen ISD providing amazing music teachers that have made such a difference in my life and have shaped me into the person I am today. For the dance programs that have given me a chance to express myself, and for the theater programs that have truly, truly given me a chance to tell a story. So I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you so, so much to McAllen ISD and to every single director I've ever had that has shaped me into the person I am today. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Patricia Rocha, and I'm a senior at McAllen Memorial High School. And I guess I'm going to start by talking a little bit about my family. So they've always been in McAllen ISD. My mom, she was the first graduation class of McAllen Memorial High School. My uncle, which you saw on the screen, his name is Raul Castillo. He graduated from Mac High. Both of my brothers went to Memorial. My cousin's Memorial, the other's Mac High. So I've always had like the McAllen ISD roots, you could say. And as a freshman, I really didn't know what direction I wanted to go in life. So I wanted to test the waters a little bit and taste a little bit of everything. And I remember being in swimming practice, and my brother pulled me, because he was a freshman in college, but he would still attend the practices to like kind of practice. He pulled me out of the water, and he was like, "I'm gonna be honest with you, you're too short for swimming. I don't think you're gonna be able to go very far. The competition is really hard. Why don't you try diving?" And I was like, I've never done diving. It sounds scary, like board, like being close to the board, the water, and all that. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try it. I got out of the practice, out of the pool that day. I went to go talk to the coach, and after that, I immediately fell in love with the sport. And through hard work, I was able to be the first freshman from McAllen ISD to go to state. And throughout the years, I've been in diving, and hopefully this February at state, I'll be the first guest student to ever make it to state 4 years in a row. And throughout the years of my high school, I decided that I didn't want sports to take everything, so I decided to join student council. And through student council, I've made a lot of connections and met a lot of people. I look around the room and I recognize some of you. Maybe I've had you as speakers at my class, or maybe like I've been able to be a student ambassador. I'm in the President's Council. I'm also in an organization called PAL, which is Peer Assistance Leadership, which we meet with the special need people every Friday, and we go to different elementary schools to talk to little kids and kind of motivate them to stay in school. And so I've been able to do all of that through the classes at McAllen ISD, the classes that they offer. I've also been able to take hard classes that prepare me for college, so I know that whenever I go to college, I'm not going to be very surprised at the way they run things over there, because I've heard that it's completely different, but I'm excited to open that chapter of the book. And I just want to keep this short. I just want to say thank you to everyone in this room to make it possible for us to be able to get a degree and come back to McAllen to be the future.
And now you know why I said I want my children to grow up to be just like all of these students. A round of applause for all of these wonderful students. That's what we all hope for. That's what we all hope for. So that's why I decided to give them my time. Now I want to show a short video that's going to exemplify all of the great things that are going on in our district, that'll put a bow on all the things that our students talked about. So I hope you enjoy this short video.
McAllen ISD is a family with a rich heritage rooted in a tradition of high standards, where we honor our past, celebrate our present, and step boldly toward the future. There is much to be proud of, like students crafting a project for launch into space. These students proposed the experiment, one of just 21 in all of North America to be selected. The experiment was conducted aboard the International Space Station hovering above the Earth. It officially makes McAllen, Texas, an International Space Station participating community.
So right now we're putting the earth soil with tomato seeds into the tubes that will be sent off into the International Space Station. And right now we're just conducting earth trials to see how many seeds we're going to need for the actual experiment.
All three are in the International Baccalaureate program. Kids are also learning about rockets, robotics, coding, and engineering. In fact, in McAllen, children as young as pre-kinder are learning these concepts. Children are even steering rovers like those found in the space program. It's called Mission to Mars. High school students assemble the rovers, rocket launchers, and other components. Then elementary students take over.
McAllen ISD is at a point in the game where we're transforming what we're doing with our students with regard to teaching and learning. And the big focus is bringing science, technology, engineering, arts, and math to the table at a world-class level.
It's just one facet of activities and opportunities district-wide. This spring, the International Baccalaureate Organization presented its Global Award of Distinction to Lamar Academy, home to the IB's diploma program.
It truly took a village over the last 13 years, right, to accomplish what you have accomplished. So to acknowledge your participation, for your performance, for your sustained excellence in the IB Diploma Program, we present to you this award, the IB Distinction Award to Lamar Academy for 2017.
Since 2003, this McAllen ISD program has awarded more than 550 IB diplomas with a diploma earning rate of more than 98%, the highest in the world. McAllen ISD also offers the IB program at Alvarez, Pettis, and Roosevelt for primary years, De Leon for middle years, and Lamar Academy for later middle years and the diploma program. All other campuses are STEAM Plus schools. The infusion of STEAM Plus came when McAllen ISD created a new teaching and learning framework that delivers the state curriculum, but then goes beyond the state standard to infuse STEAM-related learning in their classes.
STEAM Plus is a framework for student learning that leverages what the state of Texas says students have to know, but it takes it beyond the state curriculum.
STEAM Plus, which means science, technology, engineering, arts, and math, all while systematically addressing a child's emotional intelligence. Students have an incredible array of choices through the Career Technical Education program, like concepts of engineering and robotics, engineering design, engineering problem solving, and practicum in robotics. McAllen ISD is creating opportunities for students to get hands-on experience in 21st century technology.
¿Con quién va a jugar ahora, Porto? Con nadie, con su bebé. Con su bebé.
A dual language classroom in McAllen takes students beyond bilingualism. Students become biliterate. Elementary students engage their teacher and each other in English or Spanish. They study their subjects and lessons, but they learn to do it in both languages. The McAllen ISD dual language program is offered to pre-kinder through 5th grade students. It will be at 7 schools in the fall of 2017. They are Fields, Gonzales, Jackson, McAuliffe, Milam, Pettis, and Sanchez.
They'll be ready for any type of job, and I know that as we, move to the northern states, they're worth a lot more. They're more marketable.
It's something Blanca Moya wanted for her children. When her family moved to the Valley, they sought out a school with just such a program.
So when I knew that the McAllen ISD was opening the dual language program, I really felt so comfortable so my children could be more successful for their future.
Everything is guided by the district's strategic plan. Fueled by input and participation from the community, this serves as a business plan for the district while measuring progress and improvement along the way. McAllen is fertile ground for high-achieving students in advanced programs. It has led to some unprecedented recent successes. For 3 straight years, McAllen ISD has high schools ranked by 2 national ranking systems, U.S. News & World Report or the Washington Post. McAllen ISD has a blue ribbon school, the highest educational recognition. All 32 eligible schools are nationally recognized for health, fitness, and nutrition. Wilson and Sanchez Elementary reached the Alliance's gold level for health practices and standards, something only a handful of schools nationwide have done. McAllen ISD is also named a National Best Community for Music Education, and it continues to produce state champions and state contenders. That includes academics where 7th graders excel at college-level testing. We offer chess, an academic UIL competition from elementary through high school. Our college and career-ready graduates are on the rise. In the summer of 2017, McAllen ISD earned the Post-Secondary Readiness Distinction. Fewer than 5% of school districts in the state earned this honor. The Post-Secondary Readiness Distinction takes into account factors such as high graduation rates, high ACT, SAT participation and performance, increased career and technical education graduates, and increased dual credit course completion rates. Students in McAllen ISD achieve great things. They earn scholarships, professional licenses, and certifications through career technical education. Last year's graduating class earned enough college credit hours to save their families more than $4 million. Our schools are accredited by the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools, far exceeding the standards of quality to which most schools adhere. In our schools, students find new worlds to explore and new frontiers to conquer, because here, your child is family.
As we close this morning's Partners in Excellence breakfast, I do want to thank you all very much once again for giving of your time. I hope that you have a wonderful Thanksgiving break and then you spend time with your friends and family and really slow things down to enjoy what really matters, and that's the relationships and the families that we have in this world. So, on behalf of McAllen ISD and our Board of Trustees, thank you so very much for being here and have a wonderful day. Round of applause for our students from Hendricks Elementary, and gobble, gobble, gobble. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving break.